Welcome to Here Now, a season of audio theater from Keen Company. We're an award-winning nonprofit theater in New York City, championing identification and connection through stories about the decisive moments that change us. I'm Jonathan Silverstein, the artistic director, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to 1993 by Finkle, the first production in our season of audio theater. Join us in embracing the virtual off-Broadway experience. Take a moment to find your seat, silence any distractions, and lower your house lights. It's time to settle in for a night at the theater and enjoy 1993.
Previously on 1993. Where's Byron?
He's out of town. He's working the door in Philly at some club. He's been going every Sunday night for the last couple of weeks. He lost his Sunday night gig in the city after the debacle at the gender fuck ball.
So you're free for the night.
I'm free whenever I want to be.
I thought you two were...
I don't want to talk about Byron.
Do you trust me?
Do you trust me?
Just trust me.
Just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me.
And then he tells us he's going to look for his boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or something like that. He says it's hard to explain.
Give me back my wallet. I don't have your wallet. I'm not some fucking pickpocket.
The fight leads out into the circle around them, infecting us. Soon it seems like we're all part of the fight. Steven is at the center, raging with a joy that shines so bright it blinds me. All I want is to find the courage to join them, to be that free, to touch Steven, to be with Steven. But something about him both terrifies me and attracts me in such a deep way. I'm overwhelmed.
And now, episode 6, Low Romance.
Seize.
Welcome to The Number, the only line for men seeking men. Press 1 for live connections. Press 2 for our locker room. Press 3 to... Here's the next guy. Hello. Hey! Here's the next guy. Hello.
What's up?
Here's the next guy. Hello. Hey. You have a nice voice. So do you. I think so too. Oh, you find me funny. You made me laugh. What brings you on? I just got in. It's practically dawn. Yeah. So you were out partying? I wish. Working. I worked the night shift at a hotel. And how was work last night? Fine. It's boring. Boring is the worst. Time slows down. It felt like a long night, yeah. Are you still there? Yeah. Were you thinking about clicking off? I was, yeah. Your honesty is refreshing. Shall we make a deal? What kind of deal? Well, let's agree to stay on the line for 2 more minutes. And at the end of that time, we can click off or we can renegotiate. Okay. Okay. I have an egg timer. Hold on for a second. Don't click off. still there?
Yeah.
All right. 2 minutes on the clock, starting... now.
What are your stats?
Let's not talk about the physical. At least not yet. Isn't it nice to just imagine? Let's live in the mystery a bit longer. Let's fall in love with our voices.
I like that.
Let's first talk in a whisper. Whispers always make me think of secrets. Tell me a secret.
I don't have any secrets.
Everyone has a secret.
What's yours?
I once slept with Liberace.
What was that like?
Surprisingly vanilla. Now, what's your secret?
I hate gay culture.
Go on.
Well, I hate to be gay. I have to be all these certain things. Like, I have to have a good body, and I have to do drugs, and I have to love dance music. I mean, I do love dance music, but, like, I have to love it, and like, I have to dress a certain way, and I have to have a certain haircut, and it just always feels like I'm on the outside. Like I don't fit in.
It sounds to me that you are hanging out with the wrong gays.
Maybe.
You sound young. Are you young?
I'm 21.
21-year-olds are plaguing my life. But how refreshing to know you're thinking about who your people are. Not every 21-year-old is thinking about these things. Some 21-year-olds I know only think about themselves and what they can get from others. But I digress. 21 is gorgeous, darling. You have time to find your gay friends. Who knows? Perhaps your gay friends will hate dance music and love country music.
I doubt that.
What I'm saying is, you just don't know. You'll change over time. Life is about evolution. We are always all changing. For example, just this year, I've been going through a metamorphosis, a transformation. I've been trying to find my authentic voice. At first I thought, I'll return to my roots as a performer, but something... Well, then suddenly I woke up in April, and I could hear a voice inside myself telling me that I must go to the march in Washington, that I must show up. And up until then, I didn't have a political bone in my body. I'm not old, but time is ticking away faster and faster, I feel. And for the first time in my life, I felt some urgency to show up and raise my voice.
To be at the march today means that I can be transgendered and I can be a butch lesbian, and I don't have to choose one or the other. I can be all of who I am at the very same moment and celebrate it with 1 to 2 million of my other sisters and brothers.
We are brave enough to live in the light. We are brave enough to step out of the closet. We are brave enough to recognize that we love each other, that we have a right to love each other, that we have a duty to love each other, and you someday shall all be free, and someday we shall all live in the light.
And the things you do, you won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel.
That sounds so amazing. I wish I had gone.
Tell me, what part of town are you in?
East Village. Well, Alphabet City. You?
I as well.
Neighbors.
Maybe we know each other.
That's hot. Maybe I see you at my gym.
I don't go to the gym. Perhaps I've seen you out at a club.
I don't really go to clubs that much.
I mean, sometimes I'll go to the Wonder Bar because it's so close.
I live very close to the Wonder Bar, too.
And there's this guy that...
A guy?
It's just the guy I'm interested in. He never notices me, but he always goes there.
Unrequited love.
Yeah. What street are you on?
5th Street? What street are you on?
5th Street.
I live between A and B.
So do I.
Now you're just playing along.
No, I do. Well, I mean, I just moved here a few months ago. Well, the beginning of the year.
From where?
From my dorm room at NYU.
Stephen?
Wait, what?
Stephen, is that you?
You know Steven?
Do you know Stephen? That's time. Shall we renegotiate?
Here's the next guy.
Finkle here. Okay, so in case it wasn't clear, that's me on the call with Byron. Did that really happen? I mean, probably. A lot of times I would run into people I knew on the phone lines. I like the idea that Byron and I intersected here. Like, I think about Byron a lot in this moment, actually. In 1993, he would have been around the same age I am now. I just want to take a second and highlight the importance of the phone lines, at least to me, in 1993. It should go without saying that this was pre-internet, like pre-cell phones. I remember first discovering the phone lines through, I think, the Back of the Village Voice. I miss the Village Voice. I used to love, walking by one of those plastic containers on the street, those boxes, and like just grabbing the voice. And then I sort of read it in all like messed up way. I would probably start at the back and look at all the ads for escorts and phone sex lines. And then I would read Rob Bresney's horoscope, and then Savage Love, and then Michael Musto's column, of course. And sometimes, if I was in the mood, I would read Michael Feingold's reviews and see what she had to say about the theater. Another place I also learned about the phone lines, or it was a good place for me for the phone lines, was on Channel 35. Channel 35 was basically the first gay TV channel. It was public access. It had all sorts of great programming on it, including like Gay USA with Ann Northrop and Andy Hum, which you can still watch today on YouTube. They're still recording. Men in Film, and of course, what I considered the centerpiece of its programming, The Robin Bird Show. During the commercials for The Robin Bird Show, there'd be ads for phone sex lines. My favorite one was The Number. Mostly because they gave free codes away in The Voice and on TV, so like I could access it for free. It was completely addicting. I could spend hours and hours on it and not once hook up, which was fun. It was more about the adventure, the possibility, and the voices. The quality of people's voices, the different qualities of people's voices. I just love hearing a stranger come through the line. Like, who are they? What do they want? What will they say? What won't they say? Will they hang up or stay on? And who would I be? Like, each time I could completely make up a story about myself, or I could be completely honest. Either way, it didn't really matter. A quick note about time before we jump back into the story. My timeline is a little murky in this part. Actually, to be truthful, the timeline is murky for the rest of this piece. Yeah, I'm going to say that the next scene happens in July, but it could have been June. It could be that this next scene happens right after my phone call with Byron. Anyway, we're going to jump into the scene already in progress. It's between Stephen and Byron. We're in Byron's apartment. Byron is, well, I think you can figure out what's happening. And how did this happen? I don't know. I was standing at the bar having a drink, and this guy just came out of nowhere and punched me without any prompting. I was just standing there. He didn't say anything to you? I don't remember. Ow! I'm sorry. It's going to sting. I can't do anything about that. Well, just give me a little bit of a warning. Warning. I'm going to clean your wounds, or should I say your new wounds, with rubbing alcohol. It's as if you can't go out these nights without coming home with some kind of bruise.
People like to attack me, I guess.
Or is it the other way around?
You think I'm starting fights with people?
Yes.
Why would I do that?
You tell me.
I don't start fights with people. I'm not like,
You're angry about something. That much I know for sure.
I'm not angry about anything.
It's all right to be angry. It's what you do with your anger that's important. For example, I channel my fury into my work with Act Up.
Oh God, here we go again.
Well, you should come to a meeting with me.
I don't want to go.
Just one meeting. And if after that it's not for you, I won't bother you again.
No.
Ever since your refusal to come to the march with me back in April,
Stop hanging that march over my head like it makes me a bad person for not going with you.
I don't think you're a bad person, but I do think it's important to stand up for something you believe in. What do you believe in?
I'm not having this conversation right now.
Not now, not ever. You're not interested in the world around you. You're only interested in yourself. How can we progress if you don't...
We are not a we. Just because you let me live here doesn't mean that you and I are a we.
We share the same bed.
Because you don't have another bed.
You could sleep on the couch.
It's not comfortable.
You know what? I just hit my limit. Just now. I've let you take advantage, but starting now, that is going to change. I have made a decision. You need to start paying rent.
That wasn't our deal.
Well, you wouldn't have to pay a lot.
You don't need the money.
I beg your pardon.
You don't need the money. You have a lot of money.
What gave you that impression?
It's not an impression. It's a fact. I found it. I know where you keep your pot of gold.
What pot of gold?
In the closet. Behind the false wall. In the antique thingy.
The samovar. It's for tea. From Russia. A gift.
Don't tell me. From Russian royalty.
Yes. A czar.
I counted it, you know. There's $47,452.23 in there. Where'd you get all that cash?
That is none of your business. You shouldn't have been snooping around.
I couldn't help myself.
Don't touch that money. That money is for the future.
Isn't that how you pay for everything? For me?
I don't know that you should stay here anymore.
So now you're kicking me out.
I want my key back. Now. Give me my key. My key. Now.
I'll have nowhere to go.
Of course you do. Just go downstairs and knock on Janae's door. Won't he let you in?
I don't even know what you're...
Don't lie to me. You think I don't know? You think I'm blind? I have eyes and ears everywhere. You think you wouldn't get back to me?
We just fucked once in like March when you were in Philadelphia. That's all. I don't even think about him
Darling,
anymore.
don't. I know the spell Janae can cast. You're still under it. I can see it on your face now so clearly. You're not angry. You're hurt. Come here.
No.
Then I'll come to you.
Don't. Get off of me! I don't want you touching me! You repulse me! Ever since the gender fuckball, when you shit yourself on stage in front of everyone, the shit dripping down your legs and how you ignored it.
And then how you slipped in it? Seeing you on the ground, covered in your own AIDS shit. Stop. It's enough. My greatest embarrassment. Help me up. Help me. Stephen. I'm sorry you're in pain. Janae hurt you. I warned you about him. I warned you and you chose not to listen. Your first heartbreak, I imagine. You know he has AIDS too. I should have told you that from the start. I found him on the stairwell covered in his own shit. That's what gay men do for each other in the age of an epidemic. We clean up each other's shit. Would you do that for him? Would you do that for me? Why do I even need to ask? That night at the club, where were you when I needed you? I called for you and you didn't come. What does that say about you? What does that say about me? That I let you stay here all this time and never once spoke to you about this. I want you out of my apartment, not because you broke my heart, but because I now believe you have no heart. I believe that you are a sickness. Now, give me my key. It's right here in my pocket. Come and get it. I'm not afraid of you. Maybe you should be. This is gonna take forever.
Not as long as you think.
You've done this before?
Keep rapping.
Why have you been ignoring me?
I've been busy.
Yeah, okay, I know you've seen me though, and
I haven't seen you.
I've knocked on your door. I know you've been home, and
I never heard you knock. I wasn't there.
I just thought was I wrong?
I told you I
but
don't.
I thought we were like you and I,
We had a fun night.
but it felt like more to me.
It wasn't.
I don't believe you.
Did you do this to get my attention?
I don't know why I did it. He made me so angry. And the next thing I knew, my hands were around his neck and I just started squeezing until he stopped moving. It was like, once I started, I couldn't stop.
I can smell Byron. We're gonna have to clean the apartment again. He never let me come in here, you know? He didn't trust me. It's local lore that Byron had a pot of gold hidden somewhere in here. I'm guessing you found it. I'm guessing that's how you plan to pay me, huh? From his pot of gold.
If there was a pot of gold, I would have found it. I snooped through everything here. I'm really good at snooping. When I was living uptown last year, I was living with this really old guy who lived in a duplex just off the park, right across from the Met. I found all his shit. He had this jewelry, like family jewels, that he kept under a floorboard in the kitchen. Isn't that crazy? He was a crazy fuck. Kinky as shit. Anyway, I found those. I had them appraised. They're worth a ton of money. I put them into a safe deposit box. That's why I was so glad when you gave me back my wallet. That's where I was keeping the key. He told me something about you.
What did he tell you?
That you have... Do you?
Have what?
AIDS.
I told you I don't.
Well, are you telling me the truth?
Don't you trust me?
How can I know if I can trust you? After we spend one night together, you ignore me for months and months, and then the only reason you even showed up today is because I said I would pay you to help me.
You must trust me enough to know I won't turn you in.
Well, I know you won't turn me in because this is what you do for a living. You kill people and take care of their bodies.
That's not what I...
Don't lie to me. It's not like I care anyway. I want it. I want to be infected.
No one wants to be infected.
I do. I want to be dirty and dangerous, deadly. Infect me. It's really hot in here. I'm going to take all my clothes off. You should too. Thanks.
Drink up.
I missed you. I'm shivering. That just came out of nowhere. Hold me tighter. Tighter. Oh, your chest hair is going gray. I bet you're old enough to be my dad. I don't have a dad. Daddy. You hate it when I call you daddy, but you are such a daddy. I've always liked older guys, but I think you're the only guy I've ever loved. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you? Do?
Good.
I'm so tired suddenly. Did you put something in the water? Did you? Tell me. I can't keep my eyes open. Fuck you! I will fucking find you and kill you.
Sorry, kid. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Now, where, oh where, are you hiding the cash.
This has been episode 6 of 1993 by Finkle, directed by Jonathan Silverstein. All voices, music, sound, noise, and silence created and compiled by Finkle. Publishing assistance by Garrett Schultz. This performance is part of Key & Company's Here Now season of audio theater, led by artistic director Jonathan Silverstein. The season's audio consultant is Garrett Schultz. The Here Now theme is composed by Billy Reese. Enjoying what you've heard so far? Hit the subscribe button in your podcast app, and please take a moment to rate us and leave a review. Want exclusive perks, bonus content, and invites to virtual opening night parties? Sign up for a Here Now season membership. Packages start at just $1 a month. Looking to support off-Broadway theater artists? Make a tax-deductible gift to Key & Company and contribute to Stories of Connection. Learn more at www.keyandcompany.org. Thank you for listening. I look forward to joining you at the virtual theater again soon.